Okay, so I think we are good to go. So let's begin. You can see the screen, you can see the test page, my rough pad, and whatever I'm writing. Okay, so all good. Now I'll just tell you a little bit about this live SimCAT solving. Now, first of all, this is not the normal way of taking any mock. Okay, whenever we take a mock, whenever we take the actual CAT as well, no one is watching our working and we are not reading things out loud. We are not explaining anything to anyone. But of course, that is not what I'll be doing today. So it will not be the normal way I solve a mock. Okay, because when I normally solve it, for example, when I read an RC, I don't read it out loud. I read it in my mind. All the working, in fact, whenever I take a mock or the actual CAT, I don't say a single word. All the thinking happens, of course, inside the mind. But today will be very different. Any RC that I read, or even any working that I will be doing, a little bit about it, I will be explaining, or at least talking about it to give you an idea of the thought process, maybe. And therefore, it will not be a very optimal performance. Okay, it will definitely not be my best performance or even close to that. Hopefully, it will be a decent performance. Now, the point is, those of you who are here for the live stream just to see the performance, that will not really add much value. In fact, it will not be similar to how I normally take the mock. So think about it instead in these terms that the mock is more about understanding the thought process and the strategy, remaining disciplined, picking out the easy questions first, not remaining stuck on any question for too long. Focus on these factors, okay, rather than what marks I get or what percentile I get or what how many questions I attempt. Those are irrelevant. Focus on understanding the logic behind attempting things in a particular manner, time management, remaining calm if I get into a difficult situation in the paper. Okay, so that is the whole point of this SimCAT live solving. And of course, during the mock, only post comments if there is some technical issue. Okay, because I might make a mistake. Okay, as I said, this is not an optimum performance, so there might be mistakes. There, I might miss out on something very simple. Also, it is possible. So don't point those out. Treat it in the sense that I'm taking a mock and I can't get the help of anyone else. And only if there are technical issues, then post comments and let me know. Okay, so that was the disclaimer from my end. Now let's begin with the mock. One second. I'll just try to minimize this video screen. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, let's start. Okay, this is SimCAT 10. So let's begin. Okay. Okay, so in VRC, I normally start off with the RCs. I solve at least 3 RCs, then I move on to VA. So let's see this one. In spite of sharing genes and environment, siblings are not as similar in nature. Okay, supposed difference, something about ecotherapy. Okay, I have an idea about this set, this passage. What is the next one? What is the point of gaining the whole world if you lose your soul? Scriptural echoes of this question. Question retains urgency. Something morality and soul seems a bit abstract. Okay, I will be a bit wary of that passage. Next passage, Egyptian priests sang and chanted. Okay, 3000 years afterlife, 3D printed vocal tract can once again be heard. Okay, this is the kind of passage that I'm usually comfortable with because this is easy to read, not very technical and more like a kind of narrative. Language also seems to be easy. So I'll most likely start off with this one, but I'll look at the next one also. Means a guy working in his garage churned out Pollocks and Rothkos, fooled experts, sold for millions of dollars. Forgery, economic crime, okay, artistic, art lover, okay, something to do with art, and okay, something to do with art and forgery. So this also seems to be an easy enough read. So I think I'll start off with the third one, then the fourth one, and come back to the first one, and maybe then the second one. Okay, so let's see, let's start. Okay, so In life, we had Egyptian priest sang enchanted. Okay, in death, he was mummified, sealed in coffin. Now, 3,000 years into afterlife, with the aid of printed vocal tract, he can once again be heard. He had this wish voice could somehow continue. Okay, then team used a CT scanner to create a 3D printed version of mouth and throat. Okay, they combined it with electronic larynx to reconstruct the sound that would come out of his vocal tract if he was in his coffin. Larynx came to life. Team has synthesized only single sound, which resembles these two vowel sounds. September, staff at a museum wheeled the mummy to a nearby hospital to be CT scanned. Scan showed that much of his throat had remained intact. Actual mummification process was key. Okay, then quality of preservation achieved by embalmers meant that vocal tract is still in excellent shape. Okay, then CT scan team printed a copy of vocal tract. Okay, then took a loudspeaker similar to the one used ice cream truck, removed horn, replaced it with 3D printed track. Also connected to a computer that enabled him to create an electronic form similar to what is used. Okay, this is artificial larynx. Could generate a sound through the loudspeaker into the 3D track, creating the mummy's vowel sound. Okay. Can't speak at the moment. It's plausible that one day might be possible to produce words as close as we can make them. Okay, future team can modify the computer software to approximate elements such as size and movement of the tongue and position of the jaw. Can take that to natural conclusion. Okay, could we make him actually speak original words as written on coffin? If so, perhaps the mummy could recite for museum visitors his words to Nut, Egyptian goddess of sky and heavens. Mother Nut, spread your wings over my face so that you may allow me to be like the stars which know no destruction, like this. Okay, and not to die over. 1 second. Seems like there's something more after this. Okay, not to die over again. That is the same. Okay, so I have a decent idea. This got marked somehow. 1 second. Okay, so all of the following statements can be inferred from the first paragraph except, okay, just the first paragraph. Scientists knew the precise dimensions of his vocal tract. 3D printed vocal tract. See, from what I know, if you are making a 3D printing, 3D printout of something, you have to know the precise dimensions of that thing. So I will say that this can be inferred. Next, fitted with a user controllable artificial larynx. Okay, do we have that here? 3D printed vocal tract. Okay. Then 1 second. Electronic larynx. Electronic, so I guess the user can control it. Okay, not very sure. Next one, synthesized vowel sound compared favorably with vowels of modern humans. I'm assuming that will be true because if it is not there for modern humans, why will it work for ancient ones? Accurately reproduce the sound of it. I guess it should be accurate also. See, so logic is that if it's there for modern humans, it's there for ancient ones. So points 3 and 4 also, I think it can be inferred. But why cannot 2 be inferred? Okay, I'll take a risk here. I'll mark this. So because of option elimination, okay, I'm using option elimination, which I do for most of the questions. If I look at the next one, reconstruction of mummy's vowel sound is based on which of the following assumptions? Precise dimensions of individuals' vocal tract produce a sound unique to them. Skeletal remains of individuals are sufficient. No, skeletal remains, it's too generic. It could be any part of the skeleton, so I don't want that option. Vocal tracts are much better preserved in mummies compared to other soft tissues. No, I don't think this is the one. It is possible to synthesize running speech based on vowel sound. 1 second. I think we had something here. That further the team could modify, such as size and movement of tongue and position of jaw. Okay, so it's all about the size and movement of tongue and position of jaw. Okay, and here also because we knew the dimensions, that is why we could do this. So I think the first option seems to be the most appropriate one. because we need the precise dimensions in order to recreate the 3D printing. Okay, I'll go with this. Which of the following, if true, would invalidate claim in the last paragraph? What is the claim? Can't speak at the moment. One day it will be possible. Okay, by modifying. Okay. One day future it will be possible. In the case of the mummified, the vocal tract tissue was reasonably intact. Okay, vocal tract posture was not set for speaking normally. It was set appropriate for burial. Speech recreated using 3D printed vocal tract unique to a living individual had no resemblance. We are trying to invalidate the claim. Okay. Synthesized vowel sound based on precise dimensions of unique vocal tract was not. Now, I think this is similar to the logic we've seen. If for a living individual, there is no resemblance to natural sound, then how can we say for an dead individual, it will be there if it's not there for a living? So if this is true, that for a living, there is no resemblance, then it will invalidate the claim. Then we can reproduce it in the future. Pretty sure that is right. Now, next one, according to passage, which of the following most enabled? Okay, so I think I saw something most enabled to recreate. One second. The superb quality of preservation achieved by the embalmers. And because of that, the vocal tract is in excellent shape. Yes. Superb quality of preservation. Okay, not the first option. Mummification process that was employed. Okay, pretty sure this is correct also. Okay, so that is one set done with. I'm pretty comparatively much slower compared to normal attempts. But anyway, I think I'll do 3 RCs, then I'll move to V8. So if I look at this one, next one, Queens, a guy working in his garage turned out, okay, fooled the experts, sold for millions of dollars, had destroyed some company gallery. First instinct is to lament their misdeeds. While forgery is very clearly an economic crime, it may not always be artistic or aesthetic one. Forgers can even be an art lover's friend. Okay, something not very conventional. Forgers also remind us that great art depends upon the ideas of artists, not necessarily actual hands. Wonderful works of art by figures executed partly or even mostly by studio assistants. Okay, I didn't know that, which doesn't make them any less expressive of their innovations. Okay, now for nearly 2 decades, a forger managed to fool both the dealers and their art-savvy clients. And the only reason his countless fakes could exist and succeed because of the true achievement of Pollock was to come up with a set of ideas and procedures. Okay, seems like author is saying that ideas and procedures is more important and has more significance than the technical mechanical process. Faker could be considered a faithful assistant of theirs who happened to arrive after they died. We may also want to bless forgers for helping to tame our absurd art market. If speculators eventually are scared off by the danger being stuck with fakes, prices may fall, market depressed and made anxious by fakes. Investors and private collectors may start pulling out, leaving more room for museums to buy at prices they can afford, which in turn would be good news for any art lover who depends on public health. Okay, so it will lead to a reduction in prices and good for art lovers. Okay. And since museums don't have to think about net worth and reselling, live with the risk of having bought a fake, audience can still enjoy and learn, okay? Because ideas are more important. And essay by this professor argues that forgery is a concept barely existed before 1500. Art market was invented and new cast of players came to be known. Dealers, collectors, connoisseurs, forgers were born. Before that, a copy could stand in perfectly well for an earlier work of art, so long as it transmitted the same essential content. So it was around the same thing. Okay, copy and original were similar and fill the same religious or commemorative functions. Icon was copied. New version was felt to have the same relationship to divine subject as the older one. It could do the same cultural work. What would it mean to forge a picture in a world where originals and copies could be interchanged? Okay. Some of 20th century's most important creators, famously freewheeling notions of authenticity, could never tell, weren't supposed to know how much, if any, of Warhol painting had actually been made by him versus some acolyte, which is follower in his art factory. Art market can't stand the slippages such ideas produce, insist on selling Warhols where you sell Lincoln photograph. One second. Forgers, on the other hand, help preserve modern art's productive uncertainty. Okay. Have a decent idea. Now, the author refers to the essay by Alexander, that's the professor. Okay, it was about the art market before 1500. Okay. To track the origin and development of the idea of art forgery in the West, no. From the 16, no, no, it is about before that period also. To point out concept of art forgery developed in response to the emerging modern art. I don't think anything about emerging modern art has been given here. No, point out that art market before the 1500s centered on ideas of artists rather than ownership. This seems to be appropriate because it's saying that originals and copies could be interchanged. So it seems to be more about ideas of artists than ownership. Distinction between original and copies of work of art was once irrelevant. Okay, this also seems to be relevant. Originals and copies could be interchanged. Uh, I think both third and fourth options seem to be appropriate here. One second. I think I'll go with the third option. Seems to be talking more about ideas of artists rather than ownership. Okay, let's go with the third option. In fact, maybe I'll mark this for review and maybe I'll come back to this. I'll keep in mind that I'm stuck between the third and fourth options. Okay, now which of the following statements would most undermine the author's position on art forgery? Great works of art are undermine author's position on art forgery. Okay, now great works of art are inventions that cannot be mechanically replicated. Okay, the author has kept on saying that the mechanical part is not important. It can be replicated, assistant or followers can do it. Ideas are important. But if this is true, then it will weaken that argument. This seems like the right answer, but still, let's see. Art can be produced only when artists learn from artists of the past. Artists learn from artists of the past. Uh, One second. No, it doesn't seem appropriate. Because then, in fact, then forgeries would be good so that more people have a chance to learn. If someone becomes a painter by diligently studying and imitating, no, same thing. Great works of art, a result, professionalism is never mentioned. So I think this is correct. Okay, next one. Forgers can be an art lover's friend for all of the following reasons, except, okay, help reduce speculation that has been mentioned. So this is not the option. Authenticity of originals, irrelevant. I don't know if it's irrelevant for making it an art lover's friend. Yes, might be relevant. One second. Now, forgers may help make great art affordable. That is definitely one reason. Okay, I can eliminate this option. Help draw attention to the techniques and procedures used by great artists. Not sure if that was there. Okay, I'm not sure about between the second and fourth options. Maybe I'll come back to it. Forgers also remind us that great art depends on the ideas of artists, not necessarily on their actual hands. This sentence author is deprecating. It is not a negative sentence, so I'll eliminate this option. Undermining, third option, negative. Second, appreciating artists. Fourth, appreciating forgers. Great art depends on ideas. Seems like he's praising the ideas of the artist, so I think I'll go with the second option. Okay, I'll come back. Hopefully, I'll come back to the mark for review questions. Now, if I just come back to the first passage, in spite of sharing genes and environment, siblings are often not as similar in nature as one might think. Where do the supposed differences come from? Therapist suspected birth order leads to differences. Okay, birth order instead of just genes. Okay, then considered firstborns to be neurotic, okay, because they don't have to share their parents for years and are essentially dethroned when a sibling comes along. Okay, he also considered oldest children dutiful, sometimes conservative. Youngest children are ambitious. Middle children are optimally positioned and emotional stability. Okay. Uh, every child occupies a certain niche within the family and uses his or her own strategies to master life. Firstborn and single children had less reason to quarrel with status quo, identify more strongly with worldview of fathers and mothers. Okay, so they'll be more of conventional people, I guess. Younger siblings are less sure and are Okay, more open to alternative paths. Categorizations are popular because they're intuitive. One can always find an example of sensible big sister or rebellious young brother. Okay, words appear regularly in educational guides, minds of parents. Some studies confirm the idea, sibling possession shapes personality. At times, these investigations use questionable methods. For example, members of the same family were often asked to assess themselves in terms of extraversion, openness to experience, conscientiousness. Okay. Catch is that these surveys were conducted at only one point in time. Older siblings were therefore not only born first, but also simply older. Okay, so that point of time made that survey not very good. And it was has long been known that adolescents become more conscientious as they age. Okay, so that affected the survey. Trend could account for a large part of the results. And another flaw was that only one person judged his or her own personality, that of his or her siblings. Okay, only one person judged. Self-perception, perception of others can differ. Test subjects may have subconsciously incorporated the cliche of dutiful older siblings, cosmopolitan later borns, and could have brought about the expected result themselves. Okay. Such studies, researchers particularly cautious because in addition to age, size of family is also a factor that's intertwined. Okay, age and size of the family. Uh, then a child from a family of four has 50% chance of being firstborn, more siblings, lower probability. And fact that many astronauts are firstborn does not necessarily speak to the special qualities of those born first. Seems like he is weakening the argument that the being born first makes you special in some way. Okay. Another study also found that firstborns enjoy a small IQ advantage. Okay, so first he's saying that it's not doesn't make you special. Then a study found that there is a small IQ advantage. Seems a bit contradictory. Uh, those born first also tend to complete education with higher degree, opt for traditionally prestigious careers, medicine, engineering, intellectual advantage come about, undivided attention given to first child in early life promotes cognitive abilities. Advantage is apparent by age of 2. Okay, have a clear idea now. Passage supports all of the following inferences except, according to conventional wisdom, birth order moves personality. I think this was there, this was given, and only children and non-only children are likely to develop, and this can be inferred definitely, that's being mentioned. Size of the family is a key determiner, so that was also mentioned. Firstborn in the family is likely to be the most emotionally stable. Okay, I've already eliminated the first three options. Huh. And fourth option, if I just check, firstborn emotionally stable. I can see emotional stability. This is for middle children, not the firstborn. Okay, so I'll eliminate. This seems to be pretty simple. Middle children emotionally stable. Okay, now next one. Which of the following, if true, makes the thesis less supportable? Okay, Einstein, Newton were firstborn. That clearly supports firstborns have that IQ advantage. Einstein, Newton definitely had an IQ advantage. Copernicus, later born radical, ideas upsets social norms. That was here itself. I remember it here. Okay, now a bit later, maybe. Alternative paths in life. So that is related to being a bit radical. Teenagers all over the world are rebellious against established norms. That is just about the age. It is not really about the order of birth, firstborn and all. Okay, now firstborn only children are similar. Because they would have got that undivided attention. Okay, so I think third should be correct. Because it's not really about being firstborn or anything, it's just about being a teenager. Okay, now next one, main purpose of this passage is, okay, main purpose. This might be tricky, to evaluate the existing research into whether birth order determines personality. Okay, there has been some research mentioned, I guess. There has been some research mentioned. Question the credibility of methods used. No, it was not just about questioning credibility of methods. I can eliminate that. To point out intuitively known truth about difference in sibling behavior owing to both birth order is backed by research. Okay. Examine the popular belief that birth order plays a significant role in shaping personality. This seems to be fine also. First one also seems to be fine. Birth order. He is in fact evaluating in a sense. He is also examining the popular belief. Maybe I'll mark it for review. I don't want to waste too much time on it. Fact that many astronauts are firstborns does not necessarily speak to the special qualities of those born first. Which of the following best supports? Paragraph 4. Uh, So we had that here. And which of the following supports this argument? Okay. Most Ivy League schools are filled with firstborns that seems to be supporting. Okay, no, firstborns do not have special qualities necessarily. Ivy Leagues are filled with firstborns. They seem to be special, so not the correct option. Next one, astronauts belong to wealthy, well-educated families. Okay, so here it is saying astronauts are not special because of firstborn. Here it might be because of wealthy, well-educated, might be correct. Most astronauts are seen to come from smaller families. Okay. And credible relationship between being a later born and taking nothing to do about risks here. Okay. Between the second and third options, if I see this paragraph, uh, okay, this astronaut part was an example for related to family of four. Okay. About the size of the family, this was an example. And therefore out of second and third, I think I'm not very sure, but I think this will be better because in this option, we are talking about the size of the family. And here also in this paragraph, it was example for size. Okay, I'll go with this. Now let's come to VA. See, normally I would attempt the fourth one, but of course I'm a bit slower because I'm reading things out. But anyway, let's come to VA. Many of our interactions with the world connect us to the suffering of others, while at the same time psychologically distancing us from them to a normalized seems to be a bit abstract. I would not want to go with this. Okay. Para jumbles. Okay. It will make public debate. It will cannot be the first sentence. They worry who are the they, not the first sentence. Some worry that the idea of violence today has become an unsustainable inflation of the concept that renders it incapable of doing the work that it ought to accomplish. Might be the first one. Some seem to be skeptical about these criticisms. What are these criticisms? Okay, so three seems to be very clearly the first sentence. Some worry idea becomes incapable of doing the work that it ought to accomplish, and then they worry. Okay, the worry part seems to be connected. So two now. They worry clear without clear and constrained definition. Our uses of the term are going to lead our moral judgment astray. Okay, and it will make public debate about non-violence even more acrimonious. Some seems to be skeptical about these criticisms. No, I think if I put one first and then four, then these criticisms would not be connected to one. So I think one will come now and then four. 1 second. No, sorry, four will come and then one. Because if I put one and then four, then these criticisms will not really be connected to one. So 3, 2, 4, 1 seems to be fine. Next one, recent observations suggest that birds are able to change the pitch of their song to reduce masking interference. We still lack experimental evidence. However, many habitats, animals suffer more and more caused by traffic-generated low frequency. Okay. Acoustic signals are usually very effective in long-distance communication. Some bird species, when confronted with increased noise levels, may be able to switch to song types in the air. Okay. I think second is not the first sentence. We have animals and then birds. Animals is broader than birds, so I think animals will come before 1 and 4. And acoustic, okay, we are generally talking about acoustic signals and communication. So I think 3 should come first, starting from the broader point. Then broadly, first we'll talk about animals. So 2. Then within animals, now between 1 and 4. Birds are able to change their pitch. Some birds, okay, I'll follow the same logic. But here we are talking generally about birds. Here we are talking about some bird species. So birds are more general in one, and some bird species are more specific. I'm not sure if this is correct, but Let's go with this. No negative marking at least. Okay, according to Prensky, who coined the term, digital natives constitute an ever-growing group of children, adolescents, nowadays young adults, born after 1984, official beginning, who have been immersed in digital technologies all their lives. Mere fact that they have been exposed to these technologies has endowed this group with specific, even unique characteristics, make it members utterly different from those growing up in previous generations. Okay, important points are Prensky coining the term digital natives about these groups of people immersed in digital technologies all their lives. And because of that, characteristics that make them different. Okay. If you look at the first one, digital natives, Prensky, born after 1984, okay, exposure to digital technologies made them acquire unique characteristics. Okay, so what is missing, I can see, is all their lives. That seems to be important and different from those growing up in previous generations. Okay. Next, Prensky. I don't think the first one is correct. Next, Prensky coined the term digital natives to refer to those specific and unique into exposure to digital technologies. Uh, all their lives is still missing. Prensky coined the term digital natives, current generation immersed in technologies, made them different. Okay, made them different is there, but all their lives is missing. Last one, okay, born after 1984, immersed all their lives. Okay, I think I'll go with the last one because between all their lives, immersed in technologies all their lives, and between different from previous generation, I think all their lives is more important because someone might be immersed for some period, someone might be immersed for all their lives. These are very different. So I think it should be specified. And if they are unique, then they will be different. Unique means different. So I think that is already captured. Okay, so fourth one seems to be correct. Now, next one, odd one out. The findings followed Australia's warmest and driest year. Okay, 2019 country devastating bushfire killed 33 people, 1 billion native animals. Okay, there has been no improvement in climate policy. Emission levels are projected to be well above. Scientists and climate change was not the direct cause. They have long warned that a hotter, dry climate would contribute to Australia's fires becoming more frequent. Summers have become twice as long amid increasing temperature. Okay, something to do with climate change. So if I try to make the paragraph, fifth one will clearly be the first sentence, introducing Australia, the climate change issue. After fifth, new weather data analysis. So that is connected to the findings. Okay, so 5 and then 1. Findings driest year on record. Then second point, bushfire. Fourth point, bushfire. Okay, then second, fourth seem to be connected. So I think I'll go with 3. 5 is the opening. Findings are connected to that. Then book 2 on bushfire. Okay, so 3 seems to be the odd one out. In fact, we just have policy here. We don't have anything else really about policy. Okay, let's go with this. Next one, again, odd one out. While it is crucial that planes land safely, equally important they be safe during the flight. Air traffic continued to grow. It also became essential to track planes in high altitude airspace. The coverage of surveillance grew. Okay. These aircraft surveillance radars had no automatic tracking. Controllers pushed plastic markers. Okay, modern air traffic control radars use some effect to discriminate. Okay, not sure of this. If I try to make a paragraph, initially these, no. Maybe 1 would be the first one. Planes land safely, then safe during the flight. Then second one, as it grew, to became essential. And third, okay, surveillance grew. And initially, okay, I think fifth one is what I will go with, since we are not really talking about the Doppler effect that seems to be introducing something new. Okay, so I'll go with this. Now, see, because it was a negative one, there was no negative marking and I was not very sure. I could mark an option. Next one. First, gamma ray bursts were discovered by accident in 1960s by spy satellites looking for gamma rays from secret nuclear bomb tests. Okay, one scientific satellites began looking for them. Gamma ray bursts were found to occur at random all over the sky. Okay, what is the sentence? This is the new type of question. The fact that gamma ray bursts come from all directions therefore indicated that they originate not in the solar system or the Milky Way, but out in the wider universe because they come from all directions. Okay. Now, first gamma ray burst discovered by accident, nuclear bomb sites. Satellites began looking for them. They were found to occur at random all over the sky. All over the sky, connected to all directions. Okay. This randomness. Oh no, I can't put it here. This is continuing. This randomness connected to random. Uh, Key clue to explaining them. Then events that are truly distributed all over the sky are very rare. Okay, planets of a solar system, for example, are not randomly distributed. They circle the sun in a flat disk. Okay, this island of stars that includes the sun, Milky Way galaxy, is a flat disk. So the stars we see through telescopes are not distributed randomly. Most are found in disk of Milky Way. Okay, so what I can see is that fact gamma ray bursts come from all directions. Here, one I eliminated. Now in two, randomness provided a key clue. Randomness is related to all directions, and all directions then truly distributed all over the sky seems to make sense. Okay, so two seems fine. Planets are not randomly flat disk. Okay, in fact, no, two does not seem fine because of this Milky Way. Because if I put Milky Way in two, like this sentence, if I put in two with Milky Way, then why will I introduce the Milky Way galaxy like this? If I'm introducing Milky Way galaxy like this, I'm speaking about it for the first time, and therefore sentence should come after it. Okay. Pretty basic logic, but otherwise it will not make sense to talk about Milky Way and then to introduce it after that. Okay, seems fine. Last verbal one. Okay, sentences. In fact, boredom became a popular theme in English Victorian writing, especially in describing life of the upper class whose boredom may reflect a privileged social standing. Okay, well before the word boredom cropped up in the English language, one of the earliest mentions of boredom is in a Latin poem who writes of boring life a rich Roman flees his country house, equally bored there. Will it come here? Uh, Okay, let's see. First recorded mention of word boredom, English language seems to be British newspaper. Okay, if we are talking about Victorian writing, then we don't connect it to newspaper. So I don't think one will be it. Neither will I. Okay, some sentence. But the term was popularized by Charles Dickens, famously used the term in Bleak House. Aristocrat says she's been bored to death. I variously, the trying weather. Okay, it might be two. One second. That we are talking about becoming popular theme, and then we are elaborating with popularized. Okay, might be two. She's been bored to death. Then Dickens' character James, for example, seems to cherish perpetual boredom, indicative of his high breeding. Nothing but boredom. Okay. This also seems to be connected. Boredom may reflect a privileged social standing, and your boredom as indicative of high breeding. So I think it is either two or three. Let me just try to choose. Okay, so it is either between popular connection or this privileged social standing, high breeding connection. If I look at this, boredom became a popular theme. Term was popularized by Dickens. I think I'll go with the popularized one. Okay, let's go with the popularized one. Not very sure. One second. Third one, Dickens' character, for example. Okay, I think I'll go with the second one because of the popular connection. I don't have time for the fourth RC. I would normally have time if I was doing this mock in a normal scenario. But since I don't have time, let me come back to this mark for review one. Okay, this was author refers to essay forgeries in order to. Okay, what do we have in the essay? Essay forgery concept, okay, in the market. First one I had eliminated. Okay, second also I had eliminated. Third and fourth. Art market before the 1500s centered on ideas of artists rather than ownership. Uh, Concept barely existed. Copy could stand perfectly well when an earlier work transmitted the same essential content. Icon was copied, new version, same relationship. Same relationship, so seems to be centered on ideas, not about even copies have the same thing. Point out distinction between original and copies. That is also what included in the third one. I think third one seems to be broader. It is including this point that distinction was irrelevant because ideas matters more. Okay, but it is also bringing in ownership. Do I have that? Okay, all of these dealers and all. Okay, I'll go with the third one. And if I look at question 15, forgers can be an art lover's friend for all the following reasons except, okay, help reduce speculation. Yes, that is definitely there. So I can eliminate the option because, okay, first option I can easily eliminate. Second option, make the authenticity of the originals irrelevant. Mm, So why will, okay, art lover will love that also because then they'll get more exposure to it in the museums. May help make great art affordable. That is also there. I think first three options I can eliminate. Help draw attention to, I don't think that was there. First three options I can definitely eliminate. So fourth one seems to be a reasonable. Okay, I think I can come back to this one, para summary. Not much time, any of interactions. Okay, I think this is good enough. See, as I said, the point is not to, there is one more mark for review. 1 second. Main purpose of this passage. No, I think this main purpose, I have too much of a risk of getting a negative. There's not much time. Okay, so this is it. Normally, I would have had the time to read the fourth RC also and to maybe answer one or two questions at least, maybe one or two direct questions. But of course, I was much slower than what I normally am. So I think this is good enough. Hopefully, the accuracy will be decent. Okay, I've not been in touch with VRC, but let's see. Okay, now DILR, I'll take a look at all the four sets and I'll decide the first set based on how much I can understand the data, how much I can plan for the solution. If I have a clear plan, a clear visualization, then that set will probably be easier. Okay, so that is how I'll choose between the sets. And of course, if any set is familiar. Okay, let's start. First set, Bhola is a physics teacher, conducts private tuition classes at his residence. 5 students in one of his batches. Names of the students, 5-point scale, 1 to 5. On these parameters, 4 parameters. Rating 1 is poor, rating 5 is very good. Falling table with tally marks. Okay, I know tally marks. Frequency distribution, I know. 2 students have been 5 points in punctuality because we have 2 tally marks here. Okay. Okay, got it. Then additional points. No student got the same rating in any 2 parameters. 2 students same in all the 4 parameters. Durga Meenakshi got lowest. Okay, those are specific. Okay, I think I can solve this, but then I don't have that very clear idea of how exactly which order I'll use the information in. I have some idea, so I think I'll come back to this, but I don't want to start with this because I can't have a very clear visualization of what exactly I do. So let's look at the next set. Okay, next one, 8 TV serials are directed by 4 directors, PQRS, 4 TV channels. Okay, 4 directors, 4 channels, 8 serials. Channels TUYW, not necessarily in the same order. Out of the 8 series, 4 serials are aired once in a week. Okay, 4 are add, half are add once in a week. Other 4 add on 2 or more consecutive days. Okay, consecutive is important. Each director directed 2 serials. Those two, okay, 4 directors, each of them 2 serials. Those 2 serials on different channels. Each director 2 serials, different channels. Known that each channel add 2 serials of different directors. Each channel also 2 serials of different. Okay. Monday, Sunday, first and last. Wednesday will be third. Following facts are known. Serials directed by P is being aired for 5 days. For Q, okay, these are spent. Okay, I have an idea of the structure at least. I can understand the conditions well. So I can come to this as well. I think this is solvable. Let's take a look at the next one. Uh, Sorry, this was not the, this was the second. Let's come to the next one. India got super talent popular show. People from various creative fields participate. Participants are these. 6 judges are these. Okay, 6 participants, 6 judges. Each judge has awarded each participant a score from 21 to 30, both inclusive and no fraction. From 21 to 30, 10 possible values in a way such that 6 participants got 6 distinct scores from each judge. Okay. However, a participant may get the same score from 2 different judges. Okay, so each judge will give 6 participants 6 different scores. Every judge 6 different scores. One participant might get same score from 2 different judges. Okay. Following 2 tables partially show the scores and ranks of the candidates. Judge Anu has awarded maximum judge score to Revant, minimum score to Malavika. According to Anu's judgment, rank of Revant is 1, Malavika is 6. Candidate with highest total score will be the winner. Okay, let's see the table. Tables. We look at this example. Judge Anu. Anu is here. Has awarded maximum score to Revant. Revant, the score is not okay. Rank. Revant is rank 1 for Anu. So Anu has given him maximum score. Malavika is rank 6. So Anu has given him her minimum score. Okay, so first table has the scores, second table has the ranks given by the different judges, and I think we'll have to combine the tables. Okay, this seems much more manageable because all of them are getting distinct scores, 21 to 30, and we have 2 tables with the scores and the ranks, good bit of information. I think this will be a good set to start off with. I'll come to this 11th one. And if I look at the last one, Professor is experimenting with 6 chemical compounds in order to identify pairwise reaction. If 2 compounds in a pair react with each other quickly, they are categorized as high reacting, quickly high reacting, okay. Slowly low reacting. 2 compounds in a pair do not react, non-reacting, okay. Mutually exclusive, exhaustive, okay. Okay, now partial information about the number of high reacting, low reacting, non-reacting for each of these 6 compounds. Okay, 1 second. These are the 6 chemical compounds. 2 compounds in a pair. Okay. This is high reacting with 2. Okay. Exactly 2 compounds react quickly with this, and all of these are compounds. Then lot of information. Compound never reacts with itself. Any experiment has not been done. Only 1 compound which reacts with every other compound, either quickly or slowly. Okay. Is the compound which has the unique highest count. Too low reacting for. Okay, this also seems to be solvable, but I don't know, seems to be a bit lengthy in terms of the information and the deductions. Okay, maybe I'll come to this set if I can't solve any of the other 3 sets. Let's start with the 11th one. Okay, now coming to the 11th one. Okay, so I have an idea, 6 judges. Each judge is giving 6 different scores. Scores are from 21 to 30. Now I'll just focus on the tables. I've got an idea about the ranks also. Okay, so I'll try to make the same kind of table that will be best. So in the table, we have judges Neha, we have Farah, Anu, Sonu, Himesh, Babu. Anu, Sonu, Himesh, Babu. Participants M. Okay, we have two M's, Manya and Malavika. So Manya will be Manya. Then Revant R. Okay, RE. We have a Rohit also. Just make the table. Okay, Revant, Mala, MALA. Then Shravan, SH. Then, okay, Rohit, Mohit. Rohit is RO. Mohit is M. Okay, now let's fill in the scores. Let's see the questions. Questions are about the scores or the ranks. Okay, rank I think we can find easily if we have the scores anyway. Score, 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 score. All the questions are about the scores. So I'll just put in the scores here. Okay, first I'll just copy the first table. So Neha is giving 27 to Malavika. Okay, I'll go column by column. So here we have 26, 24, 21. 24, 26, 21. Okay, next we have for Revant column 20, last three, 27, 26. In fact, let me just put some space here in case I need to put the ranks also, just to be a bit practical. In case I need more space, okay, I'm just writing it smaller, 24, 26, 21, 27, 26, 22, 27 and 25, 23, 22, 24. Correct. So 20, 23, 29, and 21. And 21. Okay, not much space there. 21, 23, and 30. I'll just, one second, I'll just cross verify whether I've done this correctly. 24, 26, yes. 27, 26, 22, 27, 25, 23, okay. 23, seems to be fine. I'm not used to this rough work, digital rough work. Okay, now let's use this. So Neha gave rank 1 to Manya. So Manya will have the maximum rank here. Okay, Manya will have the maximum best rank. So maximum score in this row. Okay, fine. Okay, let me just note all of these down. So the rank is 1 here. Rank is now, will be better. Rank is 1 here and sorry, 1 here and 2 here. Okay, then 3, 2, 1. Have to be a bit faster now. 3, 2, 1. Then 1, 6, 6, 3. Starting from here. 1, 6, 6, 3. Okay, then we have 5, 3, 3. 5, 3, 3. Yeah. 5, 3, 2. 6, 4, 5. Okay, at least I don't need to look at the two tables again. I have captured everything here. So let's focus on this. Okay, now let's see. Okay, for which people do we know the ranks and the scores? That will be best. So I can see for this judge here, I know this person rank of 5 and a score of 23, which means rank of 6 will have a score which is less than 23, less than, we had from 21 to 30. So this will be less than 23. So either 21 or 22. Okay. Okay, but every judge is giving 6 different scores. I remember that condition. And therefore, this is already 22. This cannot be 22. So this will have to be 21. Okay, that is at least a start. I have found this 21. Now 21 is 6, 23 is 5. And sorry, 1 second. Then what will 22 be? If I put this 21, 5, 6. Okay, 22 will of course be better than 23. Rank will be, sorry, 22 will be lower than 23. 1 second, there is some mistake here. I had rank 2, 6, and 3 here. 2, 6, 3. 6, 4, 5. Okay. This was a mistake of noting down. See, again, it's because I'm not used to this digital rough work. 6, 4, 5 was here. This was rank 6. Rank 4, this was 5. Okay, so what should we start with now? Okay, this still makes sense. Rank 6 is the least one here. We already have 22, 23. They are not rank 6. So rank 6 has to be lesser than them. Only possibility is 21. Yes. Okay, now what else? Rank 6 is 21. Okay, then 22, 23 will therefore be ranks next two. So they will therefore be the next two ranks 5 and 4. 4, 5, 6, yes. And we have ranks 2 and 3. So this last one will be 1. 26 is 1. So then we have 25, 24, then 23. Okay, these are just the consecutive ones. So 25 and 24. Seems to be fine. Yeah. Okay. Now, what was this one? This one was 21. Okay, if you look at this particular judge, he has given someone 30. 30 will, of course, be the best rank 1. Then we have 2 and 3. We have ranks 1, 2, 3. Other 3 ranks will be 4, 5, 6. So, of course, this will be 4, this will be 5, and the minimum will be 6. Now, 2 and 3 have to be better than 4. Better than 24, there are many possibilities. So, I can't say which one will be here. So, it's 24, yeah. Okay, now, what else? If I look at this one, S, I have ranks. Okay, I can see the same kind of thing. Like for this judge, I have the ranks 1, 3, and 5. I don't have the ranks 2, 4, and 6. So that will be for the other 3 values for which I know the scores. So 2 will be this, 4 will be this, and 6 will be this. Now, 2 is this, so 1 has to be more than that, more than 27, 3 possible values. 5 has to be between 4 and 6, between 25 and 21, many values. 3 has to be between 2 and 4, 27, 25. Okay, 3 will definitely be then 26, between 27, 25. I still can't find out for 5. 5 and 1 I can't find. Okay. Then for A, we have rank 1. Okay, 1, 3, and 6 are there. So 2, 4, and 5 are not there. Okay, 1, 6, 3, and 4 are there. So 2 and 5 are not there. Clearly, this will be 2, and clearly, this will be 5. 2 is 29, so 1 will be 30. Now, what else? 5 is 26. 6 will be lower than that. 4th will be better. Okay. 3rd and 4th have to be better than 5, better than 26. So have to be 27, 28, because then we have 29, 30. So this will be 27, this will be 28. Yeah. If I look at this one, I know the ranks 1, 2, 5, 6. I don't know the ranks 3 and 4. So of course, this will be 3 and this will be 4. If this is 3, okay, this is 3, 4. 4 is 23. The 5 and 6 will have to be 22 and 21. 1 and 2, I don't. Okay, now here I know 1, 3, and 5. I don't know 2, 4, 6. This will be 2, this will be 4, and this will be 6. Okay, 4 is 23, 6 is 21, 5 will be in between 22. 2 is 27, 4 is 23, 3 multiple possibilities, 1 multiple. Okay, I think this is all I can find. Now, what can be the minimum total score of Revan? Minimum total. Okay, seems to be a time-consuming question. Let me skip this one because I can't find everything here. Who is the contestant whose unique total score can be determined? For which contestant have we been able to find? Okay, I can see for Shravan, I have been able to find all these scores. So answer will be Shravan. Maximum score of Malavika. So Malavika, if I just calculate, okay, maximum score. So 27 plus 27, 25 is 52, 52 plus 71. That is, 52 plus 21 is 73. Okay, 73 that I have here. For the 3 remaining scores, I have to try to maximize. Okay, 3 remaining scores I have to maximize. So this rank 1 can be maximum 30. So let me just take it as 30. Rank 6 maximum, better than rank 5. Rank 5 is 26. sorry, worse than rank 5. Rank 5 is 26. So best possible will be 25 here. And rank 3. Rank 3 worse than rank 2. Okay, I don't know rank 2. Rank 4 is 24. Rank 3 will be better than that. Okay, rank 1 is 30. Rank 2 can be 29. Rank 3 can be 28. So maximum possible. Okay, if I add these, this is 103 plus 25, 128 plus 28, 156. I have that. Okay. What can be the least score of Rohit? Let's check. So if you look at least score of uh, Rohit here, okay, we just have to minimize this. Second, minimize. Second and third, we don't know. They have to be better than fourth. Fourth is 24. Third can therefore be 25 and second minimum will be 26. Rest of the values, if I add 23, 22, 45 plus 29, 74, 21, 95 plus 24, 119 plus 26. So that will be 145. Should be correct. Okay, if you look at the next one, maximum difference between total score of Revant and total score of Shravan. Shravan, we can find the total score 22, 23, 45 plus 28, 73 plus 26, 99, 22, 121 plus 24, 145 is for Shravan. Now for maximum difference. Okay, now if you look at Revant, 30, 27, 26, 22. So 57, 26, 83. 83 plus 22, we have 105. Now let me try to minimize Revant here and maximize Revant here. See which one gives us maximum difference. So if I maximize, this 3 can be maximum worse than 2, worse than 27. It can be maximum 26. And then this 2, okay, this 2 can be maximum 29 if 1 is 30. So 30 plus 26 will be 56. 105 plus 56, that will be 161. 161, 145, difference will get 16. 16 is not even there in the options. Okay, I think I've made some mistake. Let me check. 27, then this will be maximum 26. This will be maximum 29. Sorry, 29. This was rank 2. I took it as 30. 29, 26 will be 55. 55, 105, 160, 160, 45, difference 15. That is the maximum difference in the option. So I don't even have to check the other case. Okay, now for how many pairs of compounds can the pairwise reaction between the two compounds be uniquely, sorry, which one is this? Okay, we've completed this set. I think first question, I'll still keep it aside. It might take time. Now, of course, I'm taking a lot of time to solve and explain. This should have taken less time. Let's move on to the next one. Let me just erase this part. Okay, good enough. Now, next one. I think this one was fine. I think I think I'll just be able to manage one more set in this live format. So I'll look at this one. Okay, here what did we have? Tally marks. Okay, this one or this one? I think this seems a bit better. And this seems a better Monday to Sunday, that structure. Okay, let's go with this one. In fact, I think this is similar to one CAT set I've seen before. Okay, so here we have Monday to Sunday. Okay, let's say these are the days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, now you just make the table. Normally, I would write Monday to Sunday horizontally, but of course, I don't have the space here. Let's check. Okay, now the question is, should I do it as per directors or as per channels? Let's see. What do we have information for? We have one of the serials directed. Okay, first let's just recap the information. 8 serials, 4 channels, 4 directors. 4 serials once a week, other 4 serials 2 or more consecutive days. Each director directs 2 serials. These 2 serials are aired on 2 different channels. Okay. And it is known that each channel aired 2 serials of different directors. Okay. Monday and Sunday. Okay. Now, if you look at this part, one of the serials directed by P aired for 5 days, serial by Q aired by 4 days, R by 2 days, S by 3 days. Okay. T only. Okay. In the points of information, there seems to be more point about PQRS. PQRS. We have this one major point of information at the beginning. Okay, let me go with that. Seems like both of them will work. Let me go with PQRS. Hmm. Okay, now PQRS are of course the directors. Uh, okay, let's see. One of the serials directed by P is airing for 5 days. Okay, so one of the serials is one of the serials is airing for 5 days. Just put that. Serial by Q for 4 days, R by 2 for 2 days, and S for 3 days. And we also had that 4 serials once in a week, 4 serials on 2 or more consecutive days. So we already have the 4 serials which are being aired on 2 or more consecutive days. So the other 4 serials will all be the ones which are being aired exactly once in a week, one day. And for all of the directors, we have one serial remaining. So for all of them, we have one serial with one day. Yeah, that is a fairly easy deduction. Okay, so now we have at least this much. 1 second. We have this much. Now, what else? Okay, now let's use this. Let's use the points about PQRS first. So if we look at, okay, if you look at point 7, serials directed by R are being aired only on the last 3 days. Only on the last 3 days by R. Okay, so for R, I can just cancel off the other 4 days, first 4 days. It is just on the last 3 days. Serials by Q aired on all the days except Tuesday, Sunday. Q, I can cancel off Tuesday and Sunday. P are being aired on first 5 days of the week, not on the last 2 days, therefore. Cancel these off. Now, okay. Now, based on this, I can see that one serial is being aired 5 days of the week. So these will be the 5 days, Monday to Friday. Which one can it be? Can it be on which channel? Okay. It cannot be channel Y. Y is airing 2 1-day serials, not a 5-day serial. Channel W as 2 1-day serials. So cannot be Y or W, which means it will be T or U. Okay. Now, U airs on at least one serial except first day and last day. So we don't have U on the first day. Okay, we don't have U on the first day, so it cannot be this 5 for P. So I think it will have to be T because we have eliminated U, Y, and W. Okay, so 5 here will be on the channel T. This is one show. Okay, now, okay, T also has one serial. T will also have to air on Saturday, Sunday, one serial every day. Okay. Let me just see. Okay, Y airs 2 1-day serials, one on Monday, another on Friday. Okay, now Monday will be for, okay, can be for anyone except R. Okay, now see. You airs one serial every day except first and last day. So from Tuesday to Saturday, you will air one serial every day. Now, how will we get that? Let's look at the combination. Tuesday to Saturday. Okay. Okay, 5 serials are being aired on the 5th day of each week. So let's say on Friday, we are having 5 serials aired. T is one of them. We will have 4 other serials. Channel W is to 1 day serials on Friday. None of them is by R. Okay, so whatever we have for R here, we don't have W. Okay, but two 1 day serials are there for two other people. Okay, now R are only on last 3 days. Okay, now R will need to have last 3 days something, and we have a 2 and a 1. Y has two 1 day serials, one on Monday, one on another on Friday. Okay, seems to be a bit confusing. 1 second. Okay, not much time left. Let me just check. Um, He has one serial every day. Okay, 5 here and okay, we need, okay, I think since we've already looked at two, we've already looked at T, five serials, sorry, one serial Monday to Friday. We have 5 days of the week, but T is one serial, only one serial every day. So I think we'll need to have for Saturday and Sunday also. Now we already have one serial on T, so we need one more, which means just 2 days, Saturday, Sunday. So we should have T here. Okay, now we have that T is there, one serial every day. Huh. And for R now, if W is not there, now we need a 1 for R. If W is not there, then it will have to be Y because Y and W are the 1 day serial. So I can just remove this Y. Okay, now we have 1 and 2. And okay, now one on Monday, one on Friday. Y also has one on Friday. Cannot be for PQR. So it will have to be for S. I think we have the two serials on Y and T right now. And now Y and T are there. U and W are remaining. W, two 1 day serials on Friday. Okay, who will those be? Two 1 day serials on Friday. Okay, we already have the 1 day serial for S at the end, so it will not be for S. And we already know it is not for R, so it will have to be for P and Q. P and Q, two 1 day serials on Friday. Okay. Now we also need 5 serials on Friday. We have 4 of them. We need one more. P we have both. R we have used both. Then it is either between S or Q. Okay, let's check. And we've used both of W also. So now only U is remaining. Okay, now U is at least one serial every day except first and last day of the week. And we need for Q to have 4 and 1. Okay, I think Q1 will have to come here then, and then 4 will come here. Might be some mistake here. Let me check. Okay, let me just check this. I think this assumption might have been a bit, some issue might have been there. Let me check. U is at least one serial, first and last year. Okay. We'll need to have a 4 here. Okay, this 4 here, who can they be? We cannot have Y and W. I think this will have to be U. Huh. First day and last day. Now we need to have a U for Tuesday also. Okay, Monday, Tuesday. Let me check. First day and last day. Okay. Is the time left? Okay. Okay, I think this is simple, but just because of the live format, I'm not able to spot something. Let me just try. Serials Q on all days except Tuesday, Sunday. We've seen that. Now we need to have a 4 here and a 1 here. That seems clear. It won't be Y and W, so cannot be T, only one. So this should be U. Okay, now Y is two 1 day serials, one on Monday, one Friday. We need a 1 here for Q, so I think this should be Y. And okay, what else? Now, at least one serial. U also we need something. Okay. 1 second. W on two serials on Friday, none by R. I'll just keep that here. And Y two 1 day serials, one on Monday, one on Friday. Now Friday could be for either one of these. Okay. T is remaining, U is also remaining. Now So you will have one more out of 2 and 1. Okay, you will have one more out of 2, sorry, 2 and 3, because Y and W have both of the ones. So will we have a 2 or will we have a 3? If I do 2 here, then I will not be able to get that U is there on all the days except first and last day. So I think I will have to go for a 3. So you will have to be there on all except, so I think it should be these 3. So that U is there on all the days except the first day and the last day. Mhm. Now use there all the days except first and last. Okay, let's check. Now I need, okay, Y, okay. W to 1 day series on Friday. None of them is my, okay, what do we have? We have 5T. We have used up both of the U's. Uh, Now TWY is remaining. T will also see W and Y are taking up all the ones. So T will take the 2. Now T is on every day. So I think this is correct only. This will be, these two will be T. And W, 1, 2 1 day serials. Okay. Now see, this cannot be W. So this will have to be Y. Okay, but Y is there. One on Monday. I think this is working out. One on Monday, one on Friday. This is the Y on Friday. And okay, and we also need a Y on Monday. We have that. Okay, and W will have 2 1 day serials. Not here. We have used up R. Now P, Q, or S. Okay, let's check. We've used up the 2 Ys. We've used up the 2 U's. We've used up the 2 T's. Okay, now and we filled up R, and now we need P, Q, S. Okay, we filled up Q also. Q also we filled up. R also we filled up. P and S are remaining. Friday 2 shows are remaining, both W. So I think this should be W. This should be W. Uh, I think this is matching everything. Let me just confirm. So T1 serial every day. I'll just check all the conditions. T1 serial every day. You at least 1 serial every day except first and last. Yeah, that is matching. 5 serials on the 5th day. We have 5 serials on Friday. Y to 1 day serials, Monday, Friday. Yes. W to 1 day serials on Friday. We have that. None of them by R. R are being added on all only on the last 3 days. Okay, I think this is it. So let's answer the questions. If we look at on how many days of a week is only one of the 8 serials being aired? Only one of the 8 serials. Where do we have only one? We have it on Sunday. And where else? We have it on Monday also. Monday and Sunday. So I think 2 days should be correct. Which of the following statements is true? Y airs a serial directed by P on Friday. Y serial by P, no, Y is for R. U airs a serial directed by Q on Saturday. Saturday, U, Q, yes, that is matching. And U airs a serial directed by S on Friday. U, S on, no, I think this is, question was asking for what is true, right? So we've already found this is true, should be correct. Which among the following days are 3 or more serials being aired? Okay, 3 or more serials. Of course, we have Friday, but that is not in the options. 1 second. Where else? 3 or more. We have it on Wednesday. No, Wednesday. We have 3 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday is there in the options. How many serials aired on Saturday? 2 serials exactly aired on Saturday. Which channel airs serials directed by multiple directors? Same day of the week. Okay, same day. I can see on Wednesday, channel U has 2 serials by multiple directors. U is there. What else? On Friday, W has by 2 different directors. So U and W both. That should be the last option. Okay, I think this is good enough. Maybe I can come back to this first question, in fact. See, as I keep saying, this is not an optimal performance. It's taking me a lot of time to maybe read everything out loud instead of in my mind, and to do the working. I made some mistakes here. I couldn't see things properly because of this digital rough work. Okay, so you have to keep that in mind. That is why maybe for this set or the previous set, I've taken, let's say, a good bit of time. Each of the sets, I think I took at least 16, 17 minutes, which is more than what I would normally take, but it is just because of the live format. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let me just, okay, I think I had erased everything. So this will be it. I don't think I can attempt anything more here. I had erased this part, this working here, and there's not enough time to do the others. Okay, so I think I'll just wait for the quant section now. See, I hope at least you got an idea of the way I selected the sets. Okay, the way in which I looked at the sets, what kind of information, to what extent I understood the information, and I had an idea of how to use the information. For example, this set, okay, sorry, this set that I started off with this because, first of all, all these conditions, I'm very comfortable with them. These are conditions that are there in many different sets, common kinds of conditions. And we had a lot of information. We had information about the scores in one table, ranks in another table. So we could combine them in a single table, and that would lead to a lot of deductions. Okay, so because of the nature of information, and I knew exactly what to do, that I had to combine the information in one table. I could visualize it. So I started off with this. And then I looked at this set next. Uh, because first of all, I could see the structure. Structure is from Monday to Sunday, and either as per directors or the channels. And I could also understand the information very clearly that 4 serials are read once in a week, 4 are read on 2 or more consecutive days. And we had this information about which directors, how many days are the different serials. So that told me that, okay, this is a good starting point to try out with. Okay, maybe the first set would have been easier. I don't know. I'll have to try it out. And normally I think I would have had enough time to do it. But this seems to be a decent attempt. Okay, I think the first set will also be manageable. I'm pretty comfortable with this. Okay, but anyway, can't be helped. Let's get ready for quant. Okay, now in this, since I have 1 minute remaining, I'll just tell you my strategy for quant. In quant, I go question by question. I look at the first question. If I know exactly what to do, I solve it then and there. If I don't know what to do, but I think I can solve, I have some idea, but not a very clear idea, I mark it for review and I come back to it. Third question or if first question, for example, if it is difficult, I have no idea what to do, how to even begin, I skip it and I feel happy that I've skipped it so that I'm not wasting too much time. Okay, now I'll have to try to do a bit better in quant because this DILR, frankly, was an average performance from my side. Could have done much better here. Anyway, let's come to quant now. Let me just check in the YouTube comments if everything is fine. Okay, seems like it is fine. Okay, let's start with quant. I'll just scroll down. Okay, which of the following approximate length of the diameter of the circle of the adjoining figure? AB is 7. Okay, I have the values in the diagram. Perpendicular. Diameter. Diameter is not even in the diagram. We'll have to make a construction. Okay, not the question I want to start with a construction. I don't have a clear idea what to do. How many 5-digit numbers are divisible by either 4 or 5 or by both? Okay, I know exactly what to do here. I know that I have to make a Venn diagram here. Divisible by 4, divisible by 5. Okay, now 5-digit numbers. 5-digit numbers are from 10,000 to 99999. Okay, 99999. Since we are talking about divisibility by 4 and 5, I can write it as 1 lakh minus 1. Okay, now how many numbers are divisible? How many 5-digit numbers are divisible by 4? This is which multiple of 4? 2500th multiple of 4, 10,000 by 4. And this one will be 25,000 Okay, maximum until this point, we will get 99,996. 25,000 minus 1, so 24,999th multiple of 4. This minus this plus 1, minus this plus 1. So I can do the plus 1 first, 25,000 minus 2,500. So that will be 22,500. 22,500 numbers here will be divisible by 4. And by 5, 10,000 by 5, 2,000. Maximum here 99,995, 20,000 minus 1. So 20,000, 19,999. This minus this plus 1. So plus 1 first, I'm getting 18,000. 18,000 divisible by 5. Now by both 4 and 5, 20. 10,000 by 20, that will be 500. Okay, let's do this multiple and then subtract one multiple. So this multiple will be 5,000. 5,000 minus 1, 4,999. Okay, this minus this plus 1. So 4,500 will be divisible by both. Okay, now I can just see 18,045, 13,500. Either 4 or 5 or by both. So 22,500 plus 13,500, 36,000 should be correct. Yes. Okay. If tan A, tan B, tan C are in AP, what is the value of cos A, sin B, cos? No, I don't know exactly what to do here. And trigonometry, see, these trigonometric identities are not normally asked in the CAT. Not something I'm very comfortable with. I'll skip it for now. If P is a prime number, which of the following can be the unit digit of P factorial plus P? I can give some time to trying this out. This won't take time. Let's see. P is a prime number, which of the following can be? Can is possibilities. P factorial plus P. If I try P prime number 2, 2 factorial plus 2, 2 plus 2, 4. If I try P prime number 3 factorial plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9. Next prime 5 factorial plus 5, 120, 125. Unit digit 5. 7 factorial plus 7. This will end in 0 plus 7. Last digit will be 7. Okay, then 11 factorial plus 11. Last digit will be 1. Okay, which of the following can be the unit digit? 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 I'm getting. This should be correct. Okay. It can be the unit digit. No other conditions are there. Okay, pretty simple. Anil Sunil purchased house for this much, spent this much on renovation. 60% was contributed by Anil, 40% by, okay, for purchasing flat, 60% by Anil, renovation, 40% by Anil, remaining amount by Sunil. After it was over, they gave the house on rent for this much, rent was shared. Okay, I know what to do. Okay, this is a simple one, but I think the calculation part might take a bit of time. Anyway, I'll do it because I have a clear idea of what to do. 1 crore 23 lakhs and 60% by Anil. So, and this is 15 lakh. Let's express everything in terms of lakhs. First, purchasing is for 123 lakhs. So if I talk about Anil, Anil will be 60% of that, 3/5 of 123 lakhs. Plus, he will also contribute for renovation 40%, 2/5 of 15 lakhs. And ratio we are finding. So for Sunil, Anil contributed 60, so Sunil 40, 2/5 of 123 plus remaining 60, so 3/5 of 50. Okay, 5 is there in the denominator for all of them, so I'll just add these up. This is 369 plus 30, so that is 399. By 5 will get cancelled off. This is 246 plus 45, so 291. Okay, now can I simplify this? Divisible by 3. So 133 is to 97. No, 97 prime number, can't simplify any further. How much amount Sunil receives? So Sunil receives 97 parts out of 133 plus 97. So that is 230 into total 55,200. Okay, so I can cancel off a 0. 23 into 2 is 46, then 92, 4 and 0. 97 into 240, 100 minus 3 into 240, 24,000 minus 720. So 23,280. Okay, I'll go with that. 23,280. Hopefully no calculation mistake. Okay, now next one. Okay, on asking about date of birth, I was born in a month which had prime number of days. Summation of number of days was not a prime number. Date of my birth was one less than double the number. Different, a lot of conditions. Uh, I think I have an idea that maybe I'll have to try out different possibilities, keep eliminating as per the conditions. Might take a bit of time. I'll come back to it, but I want to attempt it. Maybe in the second round. Now this one, ratio of diagonal of rectangle to its length, same as ratio length to breadth, that is equal to m. Okay, this I know what to do. Diagonal will be square root of L square plus B square by Pythagoras. And ratio of diagonal to length is the same as ratio of length to its breadth. First of all, let's remove the square root. So squaring L square plus B square by L square is equal to L square by B square. Okay, and both of these are equal to m. Okay, now I can break up this fraction. I'll get 1 by 1 plus B square by L square by B square. I don't want to cross multiply because I'll get a power of 4. So, and we have to find m, which is L by B. Okay, so if we have to find L by B, let L square by B square be equal to x. Okay, then we will get 1 plus B square by L square will be 1 by x, because I've taken square to be x, and this will be x. I can solve this, multiply with x. So x plus 1 is equal to x square. So I will get x square minus x minus 1 is 0. X will be minus b plus minus b square 1 minus 4. So 5 by 2. Minus will not work because then L square by B square will be negative. So it will just be a plus. Okay, remember it is a plus. And if x is this, L square by B square is equal to this one. Okay, options are in terms of approximation. Let's calculate this. 1 square root of 5 is 2.25 approximately. 1 plus this 3.25 by 2, 1.625. X is this. X is L square by B square, 1.625. So L by B will be the square root of 1.625. Square root of 169 is 13. 1.69 will be 1.3. So this will be maybe a bit less than 1.3. And we had to find L by B only. M was L by B. While value of M bit less than 1.3, so less than 1.3. Yeah. Okay, point G is the centroid of equilateral triangle. In circle of triangle has been drawn. D is on the in circle. Another circle with BD diameter. Okay, no, this seems complicated. I will, maybe if I have time, I'll come back to it. Definitely not right now. Okay, 3 friends ABC went for a picnic. A brought 5 sandwiches. B brought 8 sandwiches. C did not bring any food. They decided to share sandwiches equally. Asked C to pay 26 in total to A and B. How much will B receive? Okay, this is a very, very basic question. Okay, let's quickly solve this. A got 5. B got 8. C got 0. Total 8 plus 5, 13. So they shared equally. Each one got 13 by 3. Okay, now how much did A get? A give 5, we can write it as 15 by 3. B 8, we can write it as 24 by 3. So A gave 15 minus 13, 2 by 3. B gave 24, 13, 11 by 3. Okay, so A and B gave in the ratio 2 by 3 is to 11 by 3, 2 is to 11. So the money will be distributed in that ratio, 26 rupees. How much will B get? B will get 11 parts out of total 13 into 26. So 22. Where is 22? Yeah. Okay, next one. So Sunam Poonam simultaneously started walking. Poonam reached point B 25 minutes after Sunam. Returning started simultaneously. Sunam walked with her original speed. Poonam 5/4 of her original speed. Stopped at walked without any break. If they reach point A at the same time, how much time? Okay, I'll come back to this. Seems like might be slightly complicated. Let's see. Okay, these 2 questions I'll come back to. Ram and Lakshman bought an identical object paying the same amount, sold it at the same higher price to earn a profit. Ram calculated profit percentage on selling price, Lakshman cost price. Ram 20%. How much? Okay, this is simple. I know what to do. Ram calculated profit percentage on selling price and that gave him 20%. Profit percentage on selling price, that will be profit as a percentage of the selling price. Okay, into 100, that will give him 20%. So 20. So we will get profit by selling price 20 by 100, 1 by 5. Okay, we have the ratio of profit and selling price 1:5. And therefore, we can now find cost price also in this ratio. Selling price minus profit, so cost price will be 4. Yeah. And how much profit by Lakshman? Lakshman on cost price. So profit of 1, cost price of 4, 25%. That was simple. In how many ways can 3 couples be seated around a circular table on 6 equally spaced identical chairs such that for each couple, husband and wife occupy diametrically opposite chairs? Might be a bit confusing. These PNC questions can be confusing. I'll come back to this round 2. John has arranged 100 empty piggy bank dolls, numbered them serially 1 to 100. First turn, puts 1 coin in each doll. Second turn, he puts 1 coin in each of the second, fourth, sixth. Okay, I know this type of question. Third turn, 1 coin in each of these. This is a very classic question. I think this was asked in the CAT also in some form. So this is all about factors. How many dolls have an odd number of coins? For example, got it. So for example, 4 will have an odd number of coins because in the first turn, we will put in 4 in the second turn and also in the fourth turn. Because it has 3 factors because it is a perfect square. Okay, perfect squares have an odd number of factors. Correct, yes. So we will have from 1 square till 10 square. And therefore, how many dolls odd? 10. Yeah. I was already familiar with this question because this is a classic CAT question from many years ago. X is a positive real number. What is the minimum value of x plus 1 by 2x? Okay, I know exactly what to do. This is, of course, AMGM because we have positive and minimum. Those are the hints. X plus 1 by 2x. That will be greater than equal to, x plus 1 by 2x by 2, AM. Sum of 2 values divided by 2 is the AM, then product x into 1 by 2x, which will be, okay, square root of 1 by 2. So we'll get x plus 1 by 2x as 2 divided by root 2. So that will simply be root 2. Greater than equal to root 2. Minimum value is therefore root 2. Yeah, simple question. Okay, next one. A and B can finish a task in 6 days together. If A works at 1/3 of normal efficiency, B works at twice his normal efficiency, time required to finish doesn't change. How many days will he take alone if B alone in 18 days? Okay, this seems simple. I have a decent idea. So total work, A and B together in 6 days. So 6 into A plus B are their normal efficiencies. If A works at 1/3 normal, B twice is normal, time doesn't change. Okay, so still 6 days, A 1/3 normal, A by 3, B twice, so 2B. Okay, time doesn't change. So basically efficiencies are the same. 6 will cancel. I'll keep it there for the total work. So we'll get that A plus B is equal to A by 3 plus 2B. So 2A by 3 is equal to B. Okay, so we can just get the ratio of A and B. I think that will be good. A by B ratio will be 3 by 2. Now I can just assume A to be 3 and B to be 2. So I'll get total work as 6 into 3 plus 2, 6 into 5, which is 30. Now, different task, if B can finish, okay, I don't even know this, need this total work. B can finish in 18 days, 18 into 2, 36. And therefore A will take 36 by 3, which will be 12. Yeah. 12 is correct. Okay. A and P simultaneously start running around a circular track, 1 kilometer, opposite directions, 4 times as fast. Okay, circular race. When A meets P, A reverses her direction, keeps running at the same speed. Only reverses her direction, speed is the same until she meets her pay me again. On meeting again, immediately reverses and keeps running at the same speed. How much distance? Okay, this is very simple because Amy is 4 times as fast as Payme and they are continuously running at the same speed. They are not changing their speeds. So reversing direction will not even matter in terms of total distance. Amy will complete one round. One round is 1 kilometer. In the same time, Amy will 4 times as fast. So 4 kilometers. So answer should be 4. Yeah. Okay, 4 should be correct. Now next one. If Donald stands stationary on an escalator that goes up, takes 30 seconds to reach the top. Instead, if he walks up, he takes 12 seconds. Okay, this seems like a simple escalator question. I'll try it out. So if I look at the total, let's say, total number of steps. If he's stationary, 30 seconds. So if I take the speed of escalator as E, then 30 into E is the total distance. If instead he walks up, he takes 12 seconds. So that will be 12 into his speed plus the escalator speed. Okay. Now using these, we can get a ratio. So we'll get 5E is equal to 2D plus 2E. So 3E is equal to 2D. So again, E by D is equal to 2 by 3. So I can say total, if I take E to be 2, total will be 30 into 2, which will be 60. And if he starts from the top and comes down the same that is going up, going against the escalator, so speeds will be subtracted 3 minus 2, 1. 60 by 1, 60 seconds. Yeah, should be correct. Okay, if you look at the next one, 10th term of a GP is 20. First 11 terms are natural numbers. 12th is not a natural number. Common ratio 1 by n and sum of all possible. Seems a bit tricky. I'll come back to this. Okay, ratio of the ages man and wife 8:7. After the first few years, first child was born. Age of wife at the time of the birth of the child was between 30 to 42. 10th birthday ratio became, okay, it also seems like it will require a bit more of thought and working. I'll come back to this. It is given that this has positive real roots. All the roots are the same. Find the value. Okay, positive real roots. All roots are the same. And we have this 12. Okay, seems simple. So we will have minus 12 by minus of minus 12 by 1. So 12 will be the sum of the roots. Power is 4, so we have 4 roots. Let all the roots, for example, be k. So 4 roots, sum will be 4 into k, and that will be equal to this 12. Sum of the roots 1 at a time, so roots will be 3. Okay, so now sum of the roots 1 at a time is 12. Sum of the roots, okay, which means 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. All the roots are the same, 12. Sum of the roots 2 at a time we'll get for A. So 2 at a time, how many combinations? 4 roots, 4C2, we will have 6 combinations. And each combination, sum of 2 roots, 3 plus 3, 6. So I think it should be 36. Okay, this will give us, this was just 12. This is related to A. B will be sum of the roots 3 at a time. How many combinations? 4C3. So 4 combinations. Each combination 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. So that also seems like 36B. And then if you look at C, product of all the 4 roots, 81 should be D. Sorry, 81 should be C. Let me just check this once again. Sum of the roots 1 at a time, 3 into 4, yes, 12. Sum of the roots 2 at a time, 3 plus 3, 2 roots will be 6. How many combinations? 4C2, that is also 6, yes. 3 at a time, 3 plus 3 plus 3 is 9. 4C3, okay, seems fine. A plus C minus B. A and B will cancel off. Okay, I'm making some mistake here. I think I'll come back to this one. It was not matching with the options. If I look at the next one, how many integer values? Okay, so here I will get 7x minus x square less than 12. This seems simple. X square minus 7x plus 12 greater than 0. X minus 4 into x minus 3 greater than 0. So we'll get basically this range and this range. How many integer values? But we have to make sure that this 7x minus x square is not negative. 7x minus x square has to be positive. X square minus 7x negative, x into x minus 7 negative, 0 and 7 in between. Okay, between 0 and 7, more than 4. So I'm getting a, because less, no, actually 1 and 2 will also work here. So I will get a 1 and a 2 here, between 0 to 3, and then 4 to 7. I will get a 5 and a 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. So I'm getting 4 values. Seems to be fine. Okay, now if you look at this one, student appeared for MCQ-based management entrance test. 5 options were available. Only one of them was correct. Knew the answers of exactly 1/3 of the questions. Eliminate 2 wrong options. Used a random guess, half. Simple probability. No, this seems to be difficult. Okay, I think this is good enough for a first round. I still have a good bit of time remaining. I've answered 12 questions, which were simple enough. Now let's come back to the mark for review ones. Okay, if I look at this one, let me drink some water. Okay, I was born in a month, prime number of days. Now, number of days, 30 is of course not prime. So we are looking at 31. Okay, 31 is a prime number of days. In fact, 29 is also prime number of days. Okay, so we are looking at either of these. Summation of the digits of number of days of that month. Okay, let's see which months can have. January, first month. First month has 31 days, so that is fine. Second month, 28 or 29. 29 can work, prime number of days. Then third one has 31. Okay, if I just write it like this, 31 days. I have the first month, then the third month, then the fifth, then the seventh. After July, August, 8th, then again skip 10 and 12. These are the months with 31 days. And 29 days is, of course, the second month in the leap year. Okay, so I have these. Summation of the digits of number of days of that month was not a prime. Number of days of that month, sum of the digits, not a prime number. Okay, if I do 3 plus 1, 4, not a prime number. 2 plus 9, 11, it is a prime number, so I can eliminate this. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just left with these possibilities. Now, date of my birth was 1 less than double the month number of my month of birth. Okay. So okay, let's look at these possibilities. If month number is 1, then date will be 1 less than double. So date will be 1. Okay. And if it is 3, 1 less than double, 5. 1 less, then next will be 9, next 13, next 15. Okay, just to group them together. Next will be 15, next 19, and next 23. Okay, now next condition, the difference between date and month number was a prime number. 1 and 1 difference is 0, so this is not it. 3 and 5, 2, it is a prime number, fine. 9 and 5 difference is not a prime number. 13, 7, 6, not a prime number. 15, 8, 7 is prime. 19, 10, 9 is not prime. 23, 12, difference 11 is prime. Okay, now I'm just left with 3 cases. Either the date or the month was a prime, but not both. One of them, okay, exactly one of them was prime. 3 and 5, both of them are prime, so not correct. 8 and 15, none of them are prime. 12 and 23, exactly 23 is fine. So I think this is it. Date should be 23. Do we have that? Yeah. Okay. Pretty sure this is it. Okay. Now if you look at the next one. Okay. So let me make the diagram. That makes things usually clearer. We have points A and B. They are both starting from A to B. Sonam also and Poonam also. Poonam reach point B 25 minutes after Sonam. So let's say Sonam takes T minutes and Poonam will therefore take T plus 25 minutes. While returning, the two again started simultaneously. Okay, so they are starting together again from B to A. Sonam with her original speed, Poonam with 5/4 of her original speed. Okay, and Sonam stopped at some point for 5 minutes. While Poonam walked without taking any break, they reached point A at the same time. Okay, they are starting simultaneously, reaching simultaneously. So therefore, they are taking the same time. Now, one second. One second. Sonam is going with her original speed. So she'll take t minutes, but also she's stopping for 5 minutes. So she'll actually take t plus 5 minutes. 5 minutes for just stopping. And if you look at Poonam, Poonam is going by 5/4 of her original speed. So her time will be 4/5 because of the reciprocal nature. So we will have 4/5 of her original time, which is 2 t plus 25, and the two times will be equal. Okay, seems pretty simple. T plus 5 will be equal to 4/5 of t plus 25. 5t minus 4t will be t, and 100 minus 25 will be 75. T is 75. How much time Poonam in her return journey? 4/5 of t plus 25, 4/5 of 100, that should be 80. Yeah, 80 should be correct. Okay, if you look at question 12 now. Okay, this PNC one. We have a circular table. Let me just make that. 3 couples, 6 equally spaced. Okay, so let's say that these are the 6 ones. Okay, such that for each couple, husband and wife occupy diametrically opposite chairs. Let's call the husbands H1, H2, H3, wives W1, W2, W3. Okay, H1, W1 are a couple and so on. Now, diametrically opposite chairs. Uh, okay, so I think best point to start with would be to maybe place any person on the circle. Okay, that's what we learned, that place anyone on the circle. There is just one way to do it. All the places are identical. So let's say if I place H1, I can just do it in one way. All the places are identical. Now husband and wife will be opposite. So I will have to put W1 here. Okay. Now there are two other diameters. Okay. And now relative positions will matter. So I can choose, arrange two couples among the two diameters, or basically choose the diameters in two ways. Which couple with which diameter? Two ways. Okay. Now for placing, let's say this is chosen for this one. If I have H2 here and W2 here, okay, and if I have H2 here and W2 here, so two ways again. And for this one also, H3, W3, two places, so two ways again. I can see an 8, but there is also a 4. Okay, let me see if I'm getting duplicate cases. If I do H2 and W2 and H3 and W3. Okay, relative arrangement, H2 has W3 to right. Now, of course, if I do this, H2 has W3 to right and H1 has W3 to left. Okay, we can think of it that way. Now, if I do this, of course, it will not be the same relative arrangement. So these two are different ones. And I think if I do this also, H3W3, H3, these will all be different. So I think 8 should be correct. Not entirely sure, but seems to be fine. Okay, if I look at the last 3 questions, I have approximately 3 minutes per question. Okay, the 10th term of a GP is 20. So A into R to the power 9 is 20. First 11 terms are natural numbers. 12th term is not a natural number. Okay, let's think of it this way. 10th term is 20. 11th term is a natural number. Okay, we have common ratio is 1 by n. Okay, so 20, then 11th term will be 20 into 1 by n, 20 by n. And 12th term, 20 by n into 1 by n, so 20 by n square. Okay, this seems to be better. Find the sum of all possible values. Okay, now 11th term, first 11 terms are natural numbers. This is of course a natural number. Now this will also be a natural number. Okay, so that means that n will be a factor of 20. N will be a positive factor of 20. Okay, so n can be, what are the factors of 20? 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. 12th term is not a natural number. So this will not be a natural number. So n cannot be 1. 2 square, no. Cannot be 2. 4 square, yes, fine. 5 square, n can be all of these. Find the sum of all possible values of n, 4, 5, 10, 20, 39. Yeah, seems to be fine. Seems to be pretty easy based on factors rather than GP. Okay, if you look at the next one, ratio of the ages of a man and his wife, 8:7 at the time of their marriage. Okay, let's start. So at the time of marriage, man and wife, ratio of ages 8:7. Let's say 8x and 7x. After a few years, first child was born. So let's say birth happened here on the date of their marriage anniversary. Okay, so we'll have complete years. But after a few years, let's say after y years, so ages will become 8x plus y and 7x plus y. And age of wife at the time of birth of the child was between 32 and 42. Okay, this is between 32 to 42 inclusive. On 10th birthday, 10th birthday. So everyone will become 10 years older. This will be 8x plus y plus 10. This will be 7x plus y plus 10. And ratio of age 11:10. So these are in the ratio 11:10. So 10 will be multiplied here, 11 here. So we'll get 10 into 8x, 80x plus 10y. 1 second. 80x plus 10y plus 100. And here we'll get 77x plus 11y plus 110. 3x will be equal to y plus 10. Okay. 3x is y plus 10. Now the only thing that is remaining is that 32 to 42. Okay. Now if we talk about, I think I can make a substitution. I can say that y is equal to 3x minus 10. So 7x plus y will be 7x plus 3x minus 10. So 10x minus 10, 10 into x minus 1. Okay, so it will be a multiple of 10. This 7x plus y, multiple of 10 between 32 to 42, that has to be 40. Okay, so this will have to be 40. And what will this be? Now I'll have to calculate. 10 into x minus 1 is 40. X is therefore 5. This is y. 15 minus 10. Y is also 5. Okay. Y is also 5. So we'll get, 40 plus 5, 45. And let me just check. Yeah, y was 5. So this is 40. This is 35. And if I 10 years, 55 and 50. Let me just verify first. 8:7. 40, 35, 8:7. Yes. This is between 32 to 42. 10th birthday, 10 years older. Yeah, 55, 50, 11:10. Okay, everything seems fine. After how many years of marriage was the child born? So we can see, for example, the wife became from 35 to 40. So after 5 years, we have 5. Yeah. Okay, if we look at this one now, might have been a better way to do this. I think maybe I took the equations, but it still seems to be fine. Okay, now let's try to spot the mistake I was making here. Positive real roots, all the roots are the same. There are 4 roots. All the roots, let them be k. So we'll sum of the 4 roots, 4 into k. Sum of the roots is minus of minus 12 by 1. So that is 12. So k is equal to 3. Okay, all the 4 roots are 3. Now a minus plus. So a will be plus the sum of the roots 2 at a time. There are 4 roots, 3, 3, 3, 3. 2 at a time, 4c2. We'll get 6 possible combinations. 2 at a time, 3 plus 3 will be 6, 36. Okay, I'm getting the same thing. Plus, minus, plus, minus. So b will be plus. Sum of the roots. Okay, this was 2 at a time. So now 3 at a time. 3 at a time, 3 plus 3 plus 3. That is 9. There will be total 4 combinations. 9 into 4, 36. Okay, again I'm getting 36. That seems to be the same thing as the previous one. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 9. 9 into 4, 36. And C is 3 at all 4. So product of, sorry. Okay, I was making a very, very silly mistake. uh, we had some of the roots two at a time is, of course, some of the different products of the roots. So here, okay, now I think I'll get it. That was a very silly mistake. So product of two roots is 9. Okay, and there will be total 6 combinations of 2, 4C2, 6. And each combination will give us 3 into 3, 9. So 6 into 9, yes, 54. Yeah. And then we'll have 4C3, 4 combinations, each combination 3 into 3 into 3, 27. Yeah, 108. C will be simply product of all the 4 roots, which should be 81. Yeah, now A plus C minus B, 54, 81, that is 135 minus 108, 27. Yeah, that was a pretty silly mistake. Okay, I think I have time for one more question. Now, this one I don't want to start with construction. This is still seems to be fine. No, I think geometry ones seem a bit lengthy, so I think I'll make this the last question, if I can solve it. Okay, tan A, tan B, and tan C are in AP. What is the value of cos A into sin B into cos C by sin A plus C into cos B? Okay, let's start with the AP part. So if these three are in AP, then 2 times of the middle one will be the third one minus the first one. Okay, now this is all we are getting from AP. Now here we have cos and sin. So let's simplify. Sin B by cos B, sin C by cos C, and sin A by cos A. Okay, now let's cross, or okay, let's simplify the right hand side. So right hand side, cos P into cos A. I can see I have that in the numerator of what I have to find. I have sin B also. Okay. Sin C into cos A minus sin A into cos C. Okay. Sin C cos A minus sin A into cos C. Okay, let's see. Then I'm getting this part. Cos P cos A sin B. What about this part? Sin A plus C into cos B. No, I think there's some mistake here. 1 second. One second. Let me just check this. Okay, I think again a very silly mistake here. This should be plus. If I take an AP, 2, 3, 5, twice of the middle term will be, sorry, 2, 3, or let's say 2, 5, and 8. Twice of the middle term is 10, which is first plus third. Okay, sorry, this should be a plus. Again, a silly mistake. So plus sin C into cos A plus sin A into cos C, that is equal to sin A plus C. We are getting that. Sin A plus C into cos B we are getting here. And here we are getting 2 into sin B into, okay, let's simply bring the sin B here. So cos C into cos A into sin B. And we need to find just the reciprocal of this. Okay, so we are getting 2, it should be 1 by 2. Yeah. Okay, the time was almost up. I think we got the last answer just in time. Now, let's check the scorecard. Okay, not bad. DILR, I got 1 wrong. VRC maybe, okay, accuracy was not very good. Quant I did well. So at least my strongest section I did fairly well. Let's just analyze and see what were the mistakes. Okay. See again here, as I said, the scorecard doesn't matter that much. This was not an optimal performance. And even right now, while you're preparing for the CAT, you shouldn't take every scorecard to heart. Basically, just think of it as an opportunity to analyze what went wrong and how you can improve. So let me just look at that. If you look at VRC, I got this one wrong. Okay, point out. I was stuck between options 3 and 4. Okay, 4th is the correct one. Point out distinction between original was once irrelevant. Okay, I'll have to spend time with this and to figure it out. If you look at this one. See, basically now what I'll do is, maybe tomorrow, I'll spend some time with the option here, with the solution here. And I'll spend some time thinking why exactly it has been given that the fourth one is correct and the third one is incorrect. Okay, so as to get a better understanding of it. Video solution also will be pretty helpful. If I look at the next one, okay, I had marked this one, and which one is actually correct? Make the authenticity irrelevant. Okay, I had eliminated this option. Again, I'll have to spend time with the solution. Yeah, I'll spend time with the solution tomorrow. What else? Okay, I think I can maximize this. Okay, so I got two RCs wrong and I got two verbal wrong. Okay, pretty balanced, I can say. Odd one out, I don't mind. Modern air, this was not correct. Okay. 2, 3, and 4 belong to a single group. Air traffic coverage, yeah, single group. Okay, past tense and present tense. 1 second. Past tense, present tense associated with the group present scenario. Okay, okay. I'll have to spend some more time thinking about it and absorbing the logic basically. This one, let's see. I had marked option 2. Okay, what is the correct one? Option 3. Option 3. Okay, sentence was boredom is a okay Victorian. Okay, I had decided because of the popular part, but here it is because of the hype reading part. Maybe I'll have to spend some time and understand why exactly option 2 is incorrect. Placing would break the continuity of the passage. Smooth transition of word. Okay, okay. I have to think about it. Let's look at DILR. DILR, this one, how many days of the week is exactly, what did I get? Let me check. Only on Sunday, exactly one serial is being aired. Only on Sunday. Do I have my diagram? 1 second. Only I had one serial on Sunday. There is only one. I don't know why I marked two. I think this was because of the rough work being in a digital format, not very used to it, as I said. Maybe I didn't see the table properly. Because clearly Monday to Sunday, I can see every day has at least two shows except Sunday, so only one day. Okay, so these kinds of mistakes hurt because it is 1 mark negative instead of 3 marks positive. So actual score should actually be 4 marks more 27. Some silly mistake I made because of the digital graph work. Anyway, doesn't matter. This one I could have solved. Okay, Revant. Okay, I'll have to look at this. Now, in fact, I want to do one thing. Let me just see which question in quant I got incorrect. 1 second. I want to check the p values. Is it coming here? Statistics. 1 second. Okay, I think because this is the mentor portal mentor test that I'm not really able to see the p value, but that would have been helpful. 1 sec. Here, all of these are right. Okay, why is this wrong? This was pretty simple. 4 answer is, oh, see, this is okay. This is something to learn from that. I had the correct answer. The logic was correct, but the question asked in meters and I gave the answer in kilometers. These also hurt. So this is a learning that next time, okay, next time I take a quant sectional test or I take a SimCAT or the CAT, before putting in the answer, I will just read the last part of the question again to make sure that I'm giving the answer to exactly what the question is asking. Okay, here also I missed out on 3 marks. In fact, I had solved everything. I had the correct answer, but I missed. Okay, so I'm very happy with my quant performance because overall I just got one question wrong, and even the wrong part was just because I didn't read the question properly, the last part. DILR, again, I know I could have done better. VRC, I'm a bit rusty. I'll have to spend some time, brush up on it, maybe get some more practice. Okay, now what I would normally do after taking the test, I would come here. Okay, percentiles are not being displayed, doesn't matter. So I'd come to this analytics part. And here I would come to question wise. And see, here right now the data is not there because this is the mentor portal. But you students will have all the data, your time spent compared to the time spent by toppers. You will have the p-value, which indicates the difficulty level. You will have the type of the question. So what I would normally do is I would compare the time with the toppers time. I would see which easy moderate questions I missed out on. And then I would solve those questions, analyze my performance, think about why I made certain decisions. And for those easy moderate questions which I couldn't solve, I would now solve them, maybe solve them more than once, and also use the revise with AI feature. Okay, so that would be the plan ahead after taking the SimCAT. So I think this is good enough for a session. This was just to give you an understanding of how you have to take the SimCAT. So see, if I point out a few things. In VRC, I was never hell-bent on attempting each and every question of every RC that I was attempting. Okay, I attempted, let's say, 3 RCs, but I did not attempt all the questions of the 3 RCs. If I found something difficult, confusing, I either I skipped it quickly, or maybe I came back to it later. Okay, but I did not waste too much time on it at the beginning. Similarly, for quant, at the beginning, you could have seen that I still had 18 minutes remaining after going through the entire paper. I had a good number of attempts because this quant section, I think it was a bit easy. So I got, let's say, 10, 11 attempts, 18 minutes were remaining, and then I got the remaining attempts. So I started off with the questions that I was pretty confident about. I had a clear idea of how I was going to begin and generally how I was going to solve. Then I came back to the moderate questions. Okay, so I hope this practically gives you an idea of the method you have to use and just about remaining calm. Like in DILR, if I wasn't doing well at one point, which was for the second set which I attempted, I remained calm. So of course, this is not the CAT, but if you keep putting in the effort in every mock to remain calm, maybe taking a few seconds away, talking to yourself, just cooling yourself down, every time you put in the effort to do that, it slowly becomes a habit. And that is what you will need on the day of the CAT. Okay, so these are the points that you should focus on. I'll just quickly look at all of your comments in case there's something that I can address. What about some feedback, guys? How was the session? Do you think it provided some value? Okay, I can already see the feedback. Seems like most of you appreciated the session. Okay, great. Okay, so take this as a learning, follow the methods, follow the, let's say, mindset that I had, and keep improving from SimCAT to SimCAT. Okay, ending the session here. Bye, everyone. Good night.